Yo, what is up, Packful Rat Nation? Shout out all my Packful Rats. We're back with another live stream today. And I know I didn't get to come outside and get the nice view, the nice scenery. I know I didn't get to go outside. Excuse me. I didn't get the nice scenery tonight. The sun's already set. It was a beautiful sunset, very pastel, light colors. But I was spending time with my family. I had dinner with my family, and I thought that was more important than going out and getting my stream in. Even though sometimes my family be weird, like uh, that's just like the good stuff, though. That's just the good stuff. Like you can chase success all your life, and you could do all this all your life. And today hopefully we have just a little bit of a chill stream. I feel pretty good today. And today's topic, I always plan out new topics for you guys every single day. Just about, call me professor, bro, at this point, because I'm educating on some crazy, on every different level. I'm educating you guys. But yeah, we didn't get to go outside today and catch the sunlight. It is what it is. As I was saying, y'all gotta appreciate y'all's parents, because you could work all your life and become a rich millionaire, and then by the time you're 60, have millions and millions. When you're 60 years old, I guarantee you, though, when you're 60, you are gonna be poorer in some aspects. You will be richer, but you also be poorer, because look at it this way: in your 20s, you may not be the richest you'll be throughout your life, but at least, in your 20s and 30s, you'll have your parents. And by the time you're 60, I guarantee you, you will give all of your money away if you could have the opportunity to see your parents again, spend that time with your parents. You would trade all your money that you worked if you could just spend time with them again. Trust me, guys, by the time you're 60 years old, you will miss your parents so much that you would be willing to give away all the money that you've ever made throughout your lifetime, just to spend time with them. So really, just spending time with your folks is it's like priceless. It's literally the most like priceless thing you could do. That's why we're all rich in our own unique ways, and we all have infinite wealth. But I know it's kind of dark today, but we still gonna have a lit stream. We still token up. You know what time of day it is. You know what time of day it is. Whenever I come on here, bro, you know what we're doing. We're getting high as hell. We're talking. It's just a good time to get high as hell and chit chat. But you guys know what I like to do at work, bro? Like, man, I wish I would have caught the sunlight today. It is what it is. There's always tomorrow. But man, at work, I just put my AirPods in and I put on some Animal Crossing music, and I don't even like Animal Crossing. Like, I don't even play Animal Crossing. Like, I used to play that shit when I was a little kid on the DS, but nowadays, like, I haven't even play. I don't play it on the Switch or none of that. And like, I just literally be listening to Animal Crossing music when I'm at work, and I'm straight NPC mode. I am straight autopilot mode. And so I'm literally just completing my task like an NPC would in the game Animal Crossing. And I listen to the music. The music is just so crazy. It's just so like and it sounds so peaceful. Like, it's so easy to just like put yourself in the position of an NPC or a robot, and then I just grind out my task like I'm a robot, just listening to the soundtrack, the music soundtrack. But that's enough chit chat for today. That's enough little small talk. We're gonna move into the real topic. We finna move into the real topic on today's stream. And I know today's stream kind of sucks, because it's not out in the scenery. I like to give you guys something to look at, something awesome, and it's just gonna be my face today. We don't got no beautiful sunset behind us. But what can we do? But yeah, let's go ahead and that was cool, but let's go ahead and talk about today's actual topic. I'm talking about time dilation. And I've already spoke about time dilation on this channel before, but today we're doing like part 2 of time dilation. And last time previously when I spoke about, I don't like to repeat myself either on this channel. You'll find that out. Each one of my topics are unique and new, right? I don't really like to repeat myself. Last time I was on time dilation on here. We were saying one second, one second. Oh yeah, I remember exactly what I was saying. So last time I was on here talking about time dilation, we were saying as time goes on, you experience it faster. And this is a phenomenon that we are all going to experience, and it's just a natural occurring phenomenon. And basically, as we get older and experience more time, our bodies and our souls and our well-beings, we experience time actually slower or faster. I mean, sorry, my apologies. We experience time faster as time goes on. The days start going by faster, when you're older, yeah. And that's just a fact. That's just a fact. And I mean, you guys could go ahead and look for that stream. And if you want me to talk about it, today we're moving on to second. We're touching time dilation again. We're talking about how you can use time dilation for your advantage. We're talking about Yeah, we're talking about some ways that you could basically manipulate your perception of time in order to complete tasks that may have taken too much of your energy or whatever the hell it may be. All right, so this is how you're going to be able to uh it's not going to take as long for an important date to come. Whether it's Christmas or your birthday, whether you're waiting for shit, whatever it may be that you're waiting for, this is gonna make it to where you're just like, it's not even that long of a wait. It's just right around the corner, right? Because we're you talking about time dilation. That's how we're gonna use time dilation to help us out. If we're a little kid and we're waiting for Christmas, we're gonna want to dilate the time, our perception of the time. That way, we experience time faster. That way, that we can Christmas will hit sooner than it normally would. And that's just an example. You could say you could use time dilation to slow the perception of time, so it actually feels like you're getting 12 hours of sleep where you would normally be getting 6 hours of sleep. And you might be saying, how the fuck do you do that? How do you get 12 hours of sleep and 6 hours of sleep? It's all about the perception of time. All right. And I'm about to drop a little phrase on you guys that sums up this whole stream. All right, we're talking about time dilation. All right, this is a big one. All right, so hey, shout out to every single one of y'all for making it this far. This is where the real meat comes in for the stream. All right, here's the phrase for today. Time flies when you're having fun. Bro, we all have known this. This is simple stuff. Every single one of us have known this. But how can we use this for our advantage? Well, basically, if time flies when you're having fun, it's a simple ass mathematic it's a simple mathematic equation, all right? So, more time will go by, more fun you have. So we have two variables, right? So we have time and we have fun, right? So you want more time to go by, you basically need to add more fun into your life if you want time to go by faster. Because we all know time flies when you're having fun, and it's simple math. All you have to do, add more time or add more fun, and your time is going to increase. Simple as that. Now let's think about the reverse, because we all know, we got to think about the reverse. Logically, if that is the equation, the reverse of the equation would be that to slow down time, if we're wanting to slow time down, then we need to take away the fun. Because if time plus the amount of fun equals how fast you're going to go, then time plus the amount of fun you are not having is how fast or slow you will go. So what I'm saying is, if instead of adding fun into your life, you add misery and suffrage into your life, you will experience time go by slower. All right. All right. That's just a fact. That's just a fact. You guys cannot debate me on this because it's literally a fact. Shout out every single one watching in the stream. Make sure to drop a like and make sure you sub and turn on notifications and all that. I appreciate all of y'all from the bottom of my heart. All y'all packful rats. But it's just a fact. It's just a fact. All right. The more suffrage you add into your life, the slower time will go. The slower time will the slower you will perceive time. And what I mean by this is, here's two examples that I'll give you. What's the difference between a minute playing video games versus a minute of doing a plank? How fast do they go by? How fast do each go by? Well, a minute playing video games is going to go by literally within a split second. But then a minute doing a freaking plank is going to feel like an hour. All right. So that's one example of how time flies. How you can change your perception of time based off of the current task that you're doing. And there's more to back up. This is not just no philosophy that I'm coming up with. There's scientific evidence backed behind this. All right. And let me explain it to you. All right. Like you guys know, uh, that things that move through space also move through time. And the more you move through space, the more time you're going to go through. And that's why if you travel a lot of distance, so for example, they did these experiments where they basically shot a watch into like space, and then they like had it orbit, and then they shot it back down, and it orbited super fast, and it flew in space super fast. I don't know if this was a real science experiment, but this is like a theory, right? Technically, the watch that stayed in one place versus the watch that did a bunch of moving, the watch that moved is going to be off a few seconds into the future, because as it moves, it actually experiences more time. So basically, the watch that has moved a bunch versus a watch, if you had two watches, and this is an experiment that this is an experiment that is like scientifically talking, like, but like, if you had two watches, and yeah, one of them is going to be off a few seconds into the future because that watch had been doing a bunch of traveling, versus the other watch that had stayed still its entire time is going to be right on the dot, and it's going to be a few seconds before the other watch. Because anyways, as you move through time and space, the faster it goes. So the way hold on one second. Anyways, nah. There's nothing really going on that's crazy about like this concept, guys. Like, I just explained how to add what you can do to make your time go by faster, and what you could do to make your time go by slower. And it's a simple ass equation. It's depending on the amount of fun that you're having, all right? And so if you add fun into your life, you're going to experience time faster. If you add misery and suffrage, the opposite of fun, you're going to experience the opposite of fast. You're going to experience slow time. If you do a plank, that's actually adding misery and suffrage into your life at the current moment, which is going to make your time feel like it is going by extremely slow. And why am I even saying all of this? Because look, we're going to want to use certain parts. We're going to want to use the time depending on what we're doing. If we're saving up for something, we're going to want time to go by fast. If we're if we're trying to save up for a car or a computer, we're trying to get this, do something that's going to benefit us, like, and get it out of the way, like get something that's going to last us 5-10 years, and then just get it done and out of the way, which is what I think all of y'all ought to do. Then whatever it may be, if we're trying to do this, then we're going to try to basically have as much fun while we're doing this is and it will make the time fly. It will make the time fly. Is that always the best thing to do? It's not, because you don't want you don't want your life to go by at a snap of a second, guys. You don't want your life to go by in a snap of a second. And the thing is, you want to spend time getting to know you want to spend your time, studying things, getting knowledge, getting smarter, improving, evolving. And just because if you start experiencing your time faster, it's gonna go by that for you. It's gonna go by faster, and like you don't want your life to just flash right before you, and just go by super quick. Which is why, you gotta include some suffrage into your life. You don't want your life to just go by in a flash. Some of these people, if you wish that time would slow down, you need to incorporate some suffrage into your life to make time slow down. Some people, their time is going already super slow. That's cool though, because that's all the time that they could dedicate to, putting it into other people or whatever it may be. Spending, you could spend that time focusing on something, thinking about something. The more time you have. Yeah, I know it's kind of a tricky thing to say. You know, if there's two people who live 70 years, let's say we have two brothers who live to both be 70 years old. One of them was extremely active. One of them was, one of them traveled a bunch. One of them stayed extremely stagnant, right? The one that stays extremely stagnant is going to actually be younger than the one that did a bunch of traveling. All right? That's what I'm trying to explain to you guys. Because the one who did a bunch of traveling gains more experience, and they add more time to their life. They added more, they've gone through more stuff. And this is why you have certain people who, let's say they go to their 30s not really doing a lot of physical activity. They still come out, looking like underdeveloped, kind of looking like a teenager when they're supposed to be an adult, versus you have people who are young and look very much more mature than their age, and act more mature, is because they've gone through more shit. They put themselves through more suffrage. So time has gone by slower. They've experienced more time in their life. They've aged more than you have because of, that's what I'm saying. That's the difference between the two. But yeah, the people who live interesting lives, bro, their lives literally flash by in a second. And the people who live the most interesting lives live the quickest lives as well. And that's why their lives will flash by in a second. And they may be like, yeah, but the people who live through a more suffrage life, your time is gonna go by so much more slow, and you're going to be able to truly, that's why you got to truly learn to appreciate all the moments of a slow life. That's another thing. And my next, my other point is like you guys got to appreciate if you choose, to put yourself through suffrage, if you're doing the freaking plank, you got to appreciate doing the plank. Even though you're putting yourself through pain, you have to trick your mind into appreciating the burn, and that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Like, whenever you're doing something that you don't necessarily like time is going to go by slower, but y'all got to somehow trick yourself into appreciating the slower time, because that's really, if you're experiencing time slower, it truly is going by slower, because it's like, it truly, that's all, it's just your perception. You can only see from your perspective as a human. Like, we can all only see from our own. And so, like, that, like, I want you guys to be as happy for as long as possible and not as short as possible. You know what I mean? I don't want people falling into their greed and lust and like letting life happen right in front of them because they're just in a habit, in their good, comfortable habits, to where, life is just gonna literally happen right in front of you. People who are always suffering, they see how slow time ticks. And I mean, this life is worth living it slow, like, and appreciating all this. You don't want to just have this snap by, in a flash of an eye. You don't want that. Just, this shit is like important, bruh. So, if you are going through some BS in life, try to have some fun, and it's going to, time's not gonna make things go away, but it will help. It will heal. It will heal it a little bit. But also, if you got things too easy, you might want to slow down time, and so you have more time to appreciate the beauty of things. And the only way you're gonna do that is by not giving in to all the temptations and goodness. You have to like sacrifice and include a little bit of suffering into your equation. And as I said, it's uh it's like the amount of fun you're having. Uh, shit, I don't even know time. There is an equation. You'll experience time, based off of the amount of fun you're having. So, like, because as we said, bro, time flies. So, like, yeah, whenever you're having more fun, you're gonna, your life's gonna go by. My bad, my bad. I don't know if y'all can hear me, but I've been kind of just thinking about time dilation, like how it's a superpower. We could literally just like, if we want time to go by slower, we can make time go by slower, And like time is very precious, so don't just live every day sleeping in. you know, like, or else you're gonna be extremely young compared to everyone else. And what I mean by that is like, there's if there was two versions of me, one version who sat inside every day, and one version of me who traveled 100 miles a day or something, or ran, or not even run, but like just like went through time and went out and actually just traveled through space and time, like did more stuff. The version of me that did more stuff is always going to come out more mature, more developed, better, better developed looking. And that's why we have people in their mid 20s that look like teenagers still, because they're taking the easy route all their life, not really going through any suffrage or pain, versus young individuals who can actually come off as quite mature emotionally and physically mature too. And I'm not saying I'm like the perfect example of that, but I am saying that like uh, that's just something we could take into consideration. You know, if you have life on easy mode, you're not going to be coming out as developed as some of these people have it too easy. They're not really like looking like how they're supposed to be looking at their age. And then that's what you need to ask yourself. Do I want to be a scrawny hipster 30-year-old, you know, looking mountain, or do I want to be a, you know, like an obese 30-year-old off of the, you know, like you have to question, like these are the things you got to ask yourself. Like, nah, we don't want that. And people say like, bro, I like people say like, where's the positivity at, bro? Like, and it's just like, I'm not always gonna be positive, bro, because the truth can be hurtful at times. Like I said, that's what we're discussing the past 2 days. Like, I'm not always the most positive person, because sometimes you need some tough love in your life. You need some tough love in your life. But you know, we're all working on ourselves though. And who am I to even say anything to you? You might even be something fucking cooler, but like, but yeah, I'm gonna just end that shit right there. I said what I said. Time dilation part two, for real, for real. Packful rat logging out. Appreciate all of y'all from the bottom of my heart. This was a legendary stream in my opinion, even because like I just fully gotta like, I fully gotta chill in front of the cam today. I fully gotta chill. Sometimes they be like adding like pressure and shit on me, fucking making me spaz. But like, nah, today it was all meat, like all freaking, like straight up. Packful rat logging out. Appreciate you.